All right, let's pick our theme. Oh my goodness, so close. An adventure theme. Now let's spin the wheel of challenges. Uh-oh, only free plugins. Now at least let's replace our drums to start with. And we'll select all our plugins first, and then we'll start the timer. FPC 7 seems good. I think rather than a clap, we can have an open hat. And that should be good. Let's get a hi-hat for our snare. This one seems nice and simple. I guess let's get FL keys. And what else for an adventure theme? I feel like we need some kind of flute for sure. Well, let's grab strings since it's right here in the instruments pack. Wonder what the string solo is like. It's pretty cool. Maybe brass section. Yeah, that could work. Maybe an electric key to bring out some detail in the piano. Oh, I want a woodwind section. Alright, now let's all tie these to a mixer track. That way we can adjust them later on, change your volume, things like that, do some mixing. And now that we've got our weapons, let's go ahead and make that adventure theme. Alright, I need to imagine an adventure. What's an adventure like? Feel like it's a wide open expanse as you and your party members go off and do shenanigans. And I think we want to capture that with some string section. I like the C sharp. Feel like it's a little too bright. I like that. I want to have that chord somewhere in here. I think the B and the C sharp is real nice. And maybe this can be our intro. That's cool. And I'll clone that just to get the notes. And let's keep the ball rolling. Let's get rid of the strings. Maybe this is some melody that can fit somehow. No, maybe not. How are we gonna do this? I have no clue what to do. Maybe this actually is the idea, so let's just go with that and spruce it up some. Let's just do a very regular drum pattern. And maybe if we just keep making this better, we'll come up with something good. And let's give this some support with the string section. And I want to boost the volume of this somehow, so let's go to dynamics. Let's give it some fruity compressor, and let's actually supplement the melody with our electric piano. And I think we need to definitely add some low notes to the strings. Get rid of this, I feel like it's too much. Maybe brass can play it. Let's clone that. And we want to change this melody somehow. And now we can go for another instrument. I think we want to get rid of the string section for now. Let's keep the electric piano just to give us some notes to write with maybe the woodwind section. And I think we can have the electric piano play some chords actually with that rhythm. Can the brass go lower? Yeah, it can. We can save that for later. I think for now we want some strings to follow along. I'm kind of gonna play random notes. Scratch that. I think I want to clone this and then hand it off from woodwinds to the string solo. Might want to swap the order of that, but also solo strings needs to be louder, so let's add some compression. Yeah, let's take pattern 5 and put that before pattern 4. Wonder if there's a cymbal crash we can use. Yeah, something like this maybe. Put that to its own routing. And I think we want to switch up the ending here. And what I really want to do here is just make what we have, I want to make what we have so far sound good. So I think we want reverb on the string section. Do it a little big, add a little bit of delay. We also want some automation. And then we want another one, but let's cut it. And this will be sort of the dynamics we use regularly throughout the piece. And it'll just be more gradual ups and downs. And that way there's a sense of movement and things don't really get stale. I think we need to increase the volume of the piano a little bit more. We can add some overdrive, just a touch of it. It's a little much, but we can sort of reduce how much it's mixed in. We want the overall dynamic of the string section to be quieter when the other instruments comes in. So let's also automate here. Let's just chop it off here and then place it here. But we want to make sure it's normal volume at the beginning. So let's just add this. Whoops. Add this to the start. And I want some reverb and delay on the piano just to make it sort of softer. First things first, we should actually adjust the velocity a little bit. So let's randomize it. Let's go down, not bipolar. Do that for each one. We can do the same with electric piano. Let's just put reverb and some delay on here, and then we can route some of our stuff to it. Maybe have that just all the way wet and route these guys to it. But honestly, that didn't work, so I'm just gonna add reverb to these guys individually. Whoops, I just realized the delay doesn't do what I thought it does, so just not do that. And it's getting to be a little bit much with the effect and all that, so let's just turn it down a bit. Brass is too loud. I think the hat's too loud. Okay, and I think in pattern 4 we want some string solo in here. And let's take this the string in pattern 5 and just make it gentler. Okay, we lower the velocity. Let's put a crash in there. We'll take some of this chords, but we'll remove the build-up. We'll take the drums from here. Honestly, I should just split this. I think I want to add some reverb in the string solo and for the woodwinds as well. And let's go into the woodwinds here and tone that down. And we can add some piano here, sort of give the chords a little bit more movement. We raise this up, we can have a second part which is kind of some extra energy. Maybe not that note. I think actually what we can do is have the piano mimic what the strings were doing here, sort of going up. And we want to add the drums back. We want to add more reverb on the woodwinds. How do we make it slower? Decay. We need more decay, that's the thing. Yeah, with more decay it transitions a little bit better. I think to smooth it out, let's real quick grab this. Create automation clip. Very quickly. Do I have the time? 1 second. Okay. And that's the timer. Okay, let's listen to our adventure theme with only stock plugins. Okay. Overall, I think we made a sort of hopeful adventure theme that kind of has some emotional value to it. But yeah, let me know what you think. See you next time.